This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello, Jody. How's it going?
Going pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling slightly refreshed. I went out on a camping trip, short, quick thing for a couple days. And
Okay.
got to take my bike and ride for a bit, which is always nice. It's fun to get out and ride somewhere that's like outside of town and outside of my neighborhood. And
Yep. Yeah,
that's not something that I've done.
You got a busy neighborhood area.
Yeah. So nice to just get out there and kind of do that out in the middle of nowhere. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good. Been having some issues with my CPAP mask, like
Oh,
not fitting really well, or like well, we're on Zoom, so you can see like rubbing against my lip. And
okay.
so it's like kind of tearing up my lip. So I've been readjusting and changing masks and this whole thing. And I've been using CPAP for 10 years and I've never had this issue before. So it's like,
Weird.
yeah. So
And
it's
you
very
have the one
annoying.
that just like goes up under your nose? Or
Yeah.
do
So
you-
I've gone
yeah.
through I've gone through a few different kinds, and this one is like the nose cradle, basically, where
Okay.
your nose just kind of sits in it.
Yeah.
And usually it's fine. It works really well for me, but I don't know. It's just been like, I don't know if it's been especially dry or if it's just rubbing in a weird way. Basically the moral of the story is adjust your stuff. If something doesn't work, change it out,
Yeah.
and you'll be good to go. So, running through all that, trying to figure it out, which is kind of just a pain. It's, you get it good and everything's working really well for a while and you have your system, and then something comes along and
Yeah,
trashes
there's-
your system.
Yeah, always something.
Yes. How are you?
Well,
How's everything going?
been good. We just had Pride here in Portland this past weekend.
Nice.
So this is the first year that they moved it to July this year. Because Pride was before, it was in Father's Day weekend in June.
Right.
And so there's a lot of other events that were going on in the Portland metro area that were kind of conflicting, and they wanted to have better relationships with these organizations. And in Portland, sometimes in June, it's still very wet or rainy. So I know that the festival grounds were very muddy last year, and it rained on that, the parade, and it's just a mess. But then this year it was like over 90 degrees on Saturday. It was upper 80s on Saturday. So it was a very warm festival and parades, but it was still good. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I'm one of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence here in Portland, so we had lots of events, lots of marches and rallies to go to, and we had our big sea-sickening boat ride on the Portland Spirit. That was a lot of fun. So
Oh, wow.
lots of local drag performers, and we had a RuPaul's Drag Race girl, Mariah Balenciaga. So it was a lot of fun. Great to see community out and about celebrating. It was fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I was going to save this for later, but it feels appropriate as we're talking about all of this. My beer this week
Oh, yes.
comes from Gigantic, and it is called the Darcelle Blonde IPA. Have you tried this?
I haven't yet. I haven't been able. The couple times I looked for it, I couldn't find it.
Yeah. So I'll read this really quick, unless
Go ahead. Yeah.
okay. So Darcelle Blonde IPA. Only Darcelle could inspire a beer this bold, this blonde, this beautiful. We used cashmere and luminosa hops to be pro, as well as bright and tropical. Proceeds from this special edition of Darcelle Blonde IPA go to a charity chosen by the family of Darcelle. So
Nice.
yeah.
Darcelle was a big local talent here. She was a drag queen. Has a bar downtown. I can't remember where it is, but they were on the Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest living performing drag queen. Did tons of philanthropy here in the Pacific Northwest for all kinds of charities. Was kind of a drag mother to lots of people. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're amazing. I never actually got to meet them, but I saw lots of their performances, so or a couple
Yeah.
performances live. So
There's a press release here that I found that kind of talks about it, and talks about the beer and kind of everything around it. Darcelle has been entertaining audiences and supporting the drag and LGBTQ plus community for over 55 years and holds the Guinness record for being the world's oldest performing drag queen. Yeah, and this is pretty neat. And Gigantic is one of my favorite breweries here in Portland because they just do really tasty beers, really fun and interesting labels that are all really unique and interesting. And so this is probably the most Portland that their beers can get. So if you ever have a chance to get to Portland and try some different breweries, make sure that Gigantic is on your list. They have a really small location in the southeast, and then they have another one that they just opened also in the southeast, but I think it's like on Hawthorne. I've seen it when I go to get my hair cut, and it's never open at the time that I go to get my hair cut. Otherwise, I'd stop in.
Right.
So, yes.
Well, mine, as long as we're talking about the beers already, is Tropic Haze India Pale Ale from Silver City Brewery.
Nice.
I already had a taste of it already. It's pretty good. It's got a punch to it. I gotta get better angles.
Picture
on this.
time.
Yay. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I didn't pull it up yet on Untapped.
We're gonna have to have like hold music or something for the few seconds where we're trying to take the picture and pose. Yep. So people know what's actually happening here. Yeah, this is very tasty. It is. It's definitely bright and flavorful. It is bold. It does say.
Yeah, mine. So it says a seemingly magical reaction between a specialized yeast strain, oats, wheat, and an experimental hop variety results in a blossom of wondrous tropical fruit flavor. That is a feast for the eyes as well as the palate.
Wonderful.
Right. Tropical, citrus, juicy, hoppy. It's a 6.4 ABV.
Well, there we go.
Yes. This is from, what was it? Bremerton, Washington? I don't know. Somewhere Washington.
Bremerton, somewhere Washington.
It's good. So yeah,
I
had a good weekend. It's been pretty warm, which is nice and summery. We're just kind of recovering from that. Yeah.
Well, good. And all in all, that sounds like a good weekend. Good beers today. So if you want to try any of our beers, you can see the Heavy Conversation beer list, which is always in the show notes. And you can find the beers that we are drinking that you hear about that you are interested in and give them a try for yourself.
So
this one says,
oh, go ahead.
Hoppy, pineapple, bitter, dank, bubblegum. Bubblegum. Let's see here.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, my palate can't get that. Well, you know what? Maybe a little bit. I'll say bubblegum. Why not?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. Please.
No, it's all right. I was just going to say I've been sort of relaxing the last couple days this week, and I finally got to watch some of Jeff's new show, Never Say Never, on Disney Plus.
Yes, we talked about it last week, maybe, or just in the last few weeks. Yeah, we talked about Jeff's show, and you can hear my interview with him on the Chubstr podcast, Life in Your Size. It's on, well, basically everywhere now. It took me a little while to get it everywhere, but it is everywhere now. So please take a listen. Got to interview him and chat with him about it. And excuse me, I actually chatted with him before the show came out. So I didn't get to see the show prior to the interview. I definitely would have had a lot more to say about how good the show is and how well they handle portraying people in bigger bodies, doing this stuff and talking about that. They actually talk about it in the show, which was, I kind of felt like, most times there's anything like this, it's either just a joke or they just kind of glaze over the fact that it's a bigger person. And they take that stuff on head on. In some of the episodes, they really dig into it in different ways. I don't know how far you've gotten. Have you?
I only watched the first episode so far.
Okay.
So yeah.
I won't spoil it, but I will say there's an episode that's coming up that is that talks about him. One of the things he has to do, it talks about him taking off his shirt and the intimidation and some of the feelings around that he and a lot of bigger people have around that. And it's really interesting. And he talks about that. And there's a lot of talk as he's traveling the world about what other countries and other cultures, how they see bigger people and how they perceive them. And I mean, I gotta be honest, it made me weepy at some parts, just kind of some of the things he was saying.
Right.
And it's like, sitting there and watching that, it was like, okay, seeing a show like this is one of the reasons that I started doing what I do, is because of exactly that. And so it's pretty huge, for me personally, to be able to see something like that. And it's, I highly recommend it. And they couldn't have picked a better host than Jeff for this.
He's really good.
He really is.
Yeah. The first episode, I felt really like, I don't know the word, but inspired. And like, it was really great to see him. Like, you can see he's like, you want me to do what? We're going to do, what are we doing? And he's like, okay, hold on. Oh my God. But he does it. Like, I'm sure there's some hesitation that they don't show or whatever, but I'm like, he just like jumps or does whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, that'd be so scary. Because I'm like, they're in the first episode, they're going through these caves. And I'm thinking, as a big person, I'm like, how big is this cave? Like, what if you get stuck halfway down? Oh my God. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I just start like running through all the worst scenarios in my head. I'm like, what happens? Like, you're gonna have to go back the way you came in? Oh my God.
Right.
But I mean, he's working with Nat Geo, so they got it all figured out, and they know all, so I'm not worried. But I was like, oh my God, that'd be so scary.
Right. Just scary that it's not gonna go well, or that you're gonna hurt yourself, or anything. And yeah, you definitely feel that. And you can see that he feels that stuff, but he still does the thing. He doesn't let that fear stop him. And that is it's a lesson that I think we can all take in everyday life, is that it's really easy to let fear stop us. And so being able to see someone like him out there doing this stuff is big. And I can't say enough about how good the show is and how he interacts with people and gets to see these cultures, and how his worldview has been so opened by travel. And the fact that he is a bigger guy and he's still able to get out there and do these things and travel to these places, and even above and beyond the show, like, he's still traveling and he's still making a point to get out there and do this stuff. And that it shows that it's possible for
absolutely.
everyone to do it.
It was definitely inspiring, and had some feels during the show for sure. So it was good. Yeah.
I hope it gets a season 2. I would like to see I'd like to see some more locations. I mean, I'm not even done with this first season. But I love it, and I definitely want to see more of Jeff on TV. Bottom line.
He's really engaging and like fun, and
absolutely.
So definitely go check that out.
It's
Disney
everywhere.
Plus, Nat Geo,
Hulu.
Yep.
So yes, please do.
It's a good show.
Another thing that I've got to pitch here is Johnny Bigg. So the Australian menswear retailer, has a US website, which is johnnybigg.com. If you haven't checked them out recently, they've had the US site for a few years now, and we've written about them at Chubstr a few times, but there's a new article that is up on the site. It's titled Elevate Your Summer Style with Johnny Bigg. And we did a photo shoot with them with some of the looks that we liked, and put them together and put that out. And so you can see some of the things that they have. They offer sizes to 8X, from large to 8XL, and then they also have tall sizes for tall folks. So 4LT to 4XLT in tops, and 34 long to 48 long in bottoms. So they've got a lot of stuff there. Check out the article, see some of the looks that I put together. I am not tall, so it's not the tall stuff, but you can definitely see the big part of big and tall in action. And you can enter to win a $250 Johnny Bigg gift card. So there's a form.
Please.
Yes. So there's a form on the site. In that article, you put in your email address, first name, last name, subscribe to the Chubstr newsletter and the Johnny Bigg newsletter through that. Agree to the terms, boom, you're in the running. This is it's going now. The contest is happening, giveaway. It's on now, so you can sign up and get in to win. Check that out. If you don't win, or if you don't want to wait to see if you win, there's also a Chubstr reader exclusive, and now Heavy Conversation listener exclusive
Yes.
discount. You can get 20% off everything at Johnny Bigg, and there's no minimum spend. You can use it once. Give it a try. You can get some clothes. 20% off everything with the code Chubstr20. That's CHUBSTR20.
Nice.
So yeah, it's all on the website. If you go and look at the article, you'll see it at the bottom of the article. It's the very end. It says, here's the thing. It's got the 20% off. It's got the shop link. It's got the code, and you can get yourself some clothes. And they do have a wide variety. They've got a lot of stuff, and they've got, if you're looking for style, they've got that stuff. If you're looking for things with more of a modern or tailored fit, they've got that as well. Whatever you're looking for, suiting, if you need that. Believe it or not, there are people who are actually back to wearing suits, or at least parts of suits,
right,
for whatever their jobs are, that kind of thing. So yeah, the shoot was fun. We did get rained out toward the end, so we kind of had to rush it. So yeah, it was pretty cool though. So thanks to the folks at Johnny Bigg for teaming up with Chubstr to do the gift card and the coupon code, and we'll add the stuff to the show notes. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they got lots of fun stuff. I've gotten a few of their things over the years.
Yeah,
I'm liking that. I see now it's a leopard print that you were wearing.
Yes,
I thought it was floral at first.
Yeah, it's got lots of different colors in there, and so it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I like they have a lot of chinos and pants that are pretty modern. That it's hard sometimes with big and tall retailers. They don't always go for the more tailored or modern kind of cut. And sometimes that can be overkill. I'm not going to be wearing the super skinny jeans myself. A 43-year-old man is not my thing, but I do want something that is tailored to me a little better, and a lot of their stuff does that. I dig their chinos. There's I can't remember what the pants, there are a couple different pants that I'm wearing in the photos. There's like a jogger, kind of denim jogger thing that is not at all called that, but if you look at the article, you'll see yes, the denim jogger thing. I know, don't let me name your products, folks. So but I'm wearing those, and they were super comfortable, and they fit pretty well. So it was like, okay, this is good. They stretch. I like this. Yeah, check it out, definitely.
Nice.
So yeah, You got anything else? Anything else going on?
Oh, apparently I'm going to be in the next bearskin photo shoot,
Ooh,
and I
fancy.
have to get my hair did.
Mm.
So, excited and apprehensive about what I have to do to my hair and beard,
Oh,
but
interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
but it's going to be
Family.
fun.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's been one point since we've been doing heavy conversation that you like shaved it all off, didn't you? Or shaved it close to all off or something?
Probably, yeah. I
Maybe
haven't
you,
I haven't done clean shaven since
yeah.
I've been here, but
Yeah.
I've definitely trimmed it down. It's not going to be short. It's going to be a different color, and
Oh,
that's what
interesting.
I'm like. Sure, my hair, but not my beard. But
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I am
for
excited to see that.
uh,
Do you I'm sure you have a barber or somebody you go to,
I don't have
stylist?
well, yeah, but I don't have someone that colors, so I got to figure that out.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. I
Yeah.
reached out to one person that recently did something to their hair, so I was like, "Hey, do you
Where did
recommend
you
your
go? How did you
do
do
you
this?
recommend your stylist?"
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many stylists will do your beard because I just don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah. I guess it depends on where you go and all that. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know my barber doesn't do any color. I haven't seen any
Yeah,
color stuff.
no, they don't.
Shout out
My
to Manley and Sons on Hawthorne up here in Portland. They're also, I think they're in LA, which is where they started,
ooh,
and Vancouver, Washington as well. So
nice.
definitely check them out. My guy Ian, my barber is awesome, great, does a great
Yeah,
job.
I love my barber, but like, yeah,
Yeah,
he doesn't do color.
it's hard to find a good person like that you feel comfortable enough to kind of sit with and go back to. I know for
Mm-hmm,
me, it's
mm-hmm.
like I have to strike a balance. Sometimes I want to talk, sometimes I don't. I don't generally love like small talk.
I don't
But
either. It's so funny. I like the first time I went, you do like a little bit, and then I was like, honest, I don't want to be rude, but this is like a relaxation thing for me.
totally.
I enjoy getting my hair cut,
Yeah.
and I just kind of want to be quiet. And he was like, "Oh, that's totally fine. Like,
Yeah.
makes their job easier too, so they don't have to talk." But
Yeah.
like sometimes I'm like, would everyone else shut up too? Because
Please.
can you just
Yes.
stop talking about whatever stupid shit you're talking about?
Yeah. You need like noise canceling, like
Oh
earbuds or
god. Oh well,
something.
I already struggled to stay awake as it is.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
So like you can't like be nodding off when you're getting your hair cut.
Yeah. I feel like with my barber, it's cool because it's pretty easy to talk to him and we just kind of,
Yeah, I mean,
we like a lot of the same things. So it's easy to talk about, we're both fans of beer. And so
mhm,
he's turned me
mhm.
on to some different beers that we featured here on Heavy Conversation that
Nice.
come from different places that I didn't know about, different things like that. It's like, find yourself a barber that you can talk to and hang out with and gets you, and you'll be in a good place. But I'm excited to see whatever color change is coming here.
Yeah, I gotta get that figured out today too.
Well, good. Well, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got for y'all.
All right. Well, we'll do it again next week, and we'll have something else fun and interesting to talk about.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
Podcasts.